Hey, you guys, how are you? I am hopping on to give you guys this training, and I had some technical difficulties, so I'm starting a little late. I'm so sorry. For some reason, my camera on my computer isn't working, so I'm doing this from my phone, which also means that I won't be able to share it into my group right away. So I apologize to all of you in my group who I said I would be going live. But that's just the way technology goes. So I will get the links that I was going to share with you about this live also in the description so that you can click on those and get access to all the goodies that I'm going to be sharing with you today. So I am Ashley Haas, and I work with boss moms who are a hot mess behind the scenes, and they are looking to get streamlined and simplified in their business so they can find more time to be with their family. Hey, Jonathan, so good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. And I'm so excited to chat with you today about how you can plan for more profits in your business in 15 minutes or less. If you are here, please say hello and let me know you're here. I prefer to just chat with you instead of talking to the screen. So let me know you're here and tell me where you are viewing from. Okay, so if you're watching today, this is for boss moms who, like I said, are a hot mess behind the scenes. They are probably flying by the seat of their pants, have so much going on, obviously, as a mom, and aren't really focused or have clear direction on what to do each day. And this will help you figure out what you need to do so you can stop burning out and always have time to be with your family. Okay, so if that is you, then you are in the right place. And if you haven't already downloaded the worksheet that I created for today, I will, like I said, put that link in the description after this training so you can download it and follow along. I have one blank one here today, so I will kind of show you what I'm talking about as we go. Okay? Let's see. At the end of this live training, I'm also going to give you an opportunity to chat with me and go over your plan. So stay tuned for that. It's an awesome opportunity. And tell me who here has reached all their goals this year and has a clear path on how to get to the end of the year and make more profits. If you are that person, let me know below. But who would love to be in that place? Who is not there, and who would love to have that clear path and the focus that they need in order to make their profit goals by the end of this year? And how have you been thus far juggling it all as a boss mom? What is it that you want more than anything? Give me a word about that in the comments below, either if you're watching live or if you're here on the replay. I want to know. And if you're not meeting your profit goals so far in this year and you're not meeting your goals in general, maybe, give me some reasons why that might be. I'd love to know maybe some of the struggles that you're having in juggling your business. Okay, so I'm so glad you are all here. And I want you to all know that even though I talk a lot about planning and a lot about like structures and systems in your business, I have not been somebody who always loves to plan. I'm actually one of those kinds of people who really kind of loves flexibility and freedom. A lot of times if I have a really structured plan, I feel like I can't follow it. I'm kind of a rule breaker. So this has also been a very big struggle for me. Hey, Cheryl, good to see you here. And I just want to tell you that plans don't have to be this like really complicated, time-consuming activity in your business. You can definitely get a plan put in place in a very short period of time. And what it does is, it's not that you absolutely have to have like every little thing broken out by day or activity, but it gives you a focus, right? It gives you somewhere that you can go and you can look and say, oh yeah, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, because there's so many distractions. There's so many interruptions in your day. There's so many other shiny objects that are taking away your focus. And if you can have something that says, no, this is my plan. This is what I agreed to. This is really what I want. Then you can stay on that path, right? Instead of getting so veered onto something else. So that is why it works for me, because I don't spend a lot of time on it, but it keeps me going forward in the direction that I want to go. So let's take this as an example. Since you're a boss mom, I know you have babies, and let's just say you did not plan for your baby's arrival, okay? Maybe you didn't go see a doctor. I'm sure that you did. That's kind of extreme. But let's say you didn't have a baby shower. You never got any clothes. You didn't get any diapers. Maybe you didn't have any bottles, which maybe is okay, or a breast pump, or a swing, or anything for the baby to sleep in. You didn't have any, body wash or any of the essentials, right, for having a baby. So you get home, you have a new baby. Oh, it's so cute, right? But you're freaking chaotic. You're running around. You have no idea what you're doing. And you're kind of pulling your hair out. Not only are you losing sleep, right? Because you don't have what you need anyways, but now you're running around town trying to get all this stuff figured out because the baby has arrived and you didn't have a plan and you're not prepared. So don't you think that life would be so much easier and so much better if you actually planned a little bit? And do you think you would ever do that as a mom who's pregnant? No, you're not going to do that. So why in the heck are you doing that in your business? So I know that's a totally extreme example, but it just kind of makes it fun and puts it in perspective that there's no reason why we would go through our lives and go and, have a baby or go on vacation or or even like get married, right? Buy a house, any of these big things, and not have a plan. And so why would you try to grow a business and not have a plan to follow? So, anyways, what it does, it's one of those things, and it just keeps you focused, it keeps you clear, and it keeps you from having chaotic crises in your life. And as being a mom, as you all know, it can get chaotic by itself, right? Life in general can be so busy and chaotic that let's not add to it by making your business another thing to be chaotic as well. Okay, so what we're talking about today is one small piece of what I do in my signature program, because I don't want to give you too much information and overwhelm you. But this one small thing, if you can follow what we are doing today, can really definitely save you some time. Okay, and putting a lot of time into your business, we don't all have a lot of time to do that, right? So I don't want you to feel like you have to put all this time into planning your business when you don't even have a lot of time to work in your business in the first place. You really need to be productive. You need to get stuff done. And so, but this plan will help you stay focused so you can be productive and get stuff done in the right things, in the right areas, okay? So are you guys ready to get started? Okay. So first off, if you... this is really also for moms who are running a business and they really, really know what their big goals are. And they kind of have an idea of what their path is. Now, if you don't know that, you should still go through this exercise. And if you don't know that, I have some other ways to help you figure out what that is. But this particular tool is really meant for somebody who can kind of say, okay, here's my big goal. And then here's the next step. And then I'm going to break it down for the next few months, right? And so you kind of got to know what that process is, okay? So the first thing is this big goal that you want to have. And it's probably somewhere in that 6 month to 1 year time frame. 6 months to me doesn't quite feel like a big stretch enough. And so I like to go with my 1 year. And I do believe that you should keep it within your zone of trust. And I've talked about this before in one of my other lives and blog posts. But what that means is that you're just going just outside of where you know it's possible for you. Maybe something you've already done before, but something that you feel good about, but it's stretching you just a little bit, because you don't want to go and say, I'm going to make $1 million when you haven't even hit your first 1K or even 10K, right? Because more than likely, I'm not saying this is going to happen for everybody, but more than likely you probably won't get there. And that's going to erode the trust in yourself. It's going to make you feel horrible. And it's going to probably make you burn out and feel like you can't really be a success in your business, right? And so I'm going to do an example today in this live because it's an easy example for me to show. I think a lot of people are trying to get to this specific goal. So it could be something that maybe you could just, copy and tweak to what works for you. Okay, so this big goal, you're going to say, and this is at the top of the sheet, and I'm going to give the link to you guys for this sheet. I'm going to give it to you in this live so you can download it, is your year or 6 month goal. So we're going to say that that's 100K. And then the second part of that is asking, how am I going to reach that goal? What's the how and the when of that? Now, in traditional goal setting, they want you to do SMART goals. Well, I don't know. I don't always think that SMART goals are necessary. I do think some specificity is good. And I definitely want you to be looking at your numbers, okay? So, for example, if you were going to have a 100K year, and we're almost to the end of this year, right? And so you can make this based on the next calendar year, like through the end of 2019. Let's just say that's your goal, right? Is 100K. And you want to do a group coaching program to get to that goal. Maybe it's one-on-one coaching. It could be a number of things, but let's just say your big thing is group coaching. And I would really, really try to bring it down to like 1, maybe 2 things, big things, right? Again, we want to keep our focus and keep it as simple as possible. And so you're going to do a group coaching program based on your signature system, and you want to launch that program once a quarter, okay? So you're going to launch it 4 times in the year, and it's going to be a group coaching program. Maybe you'll offer some one-on-one here and there, but your main thing is group coaching, and you're going to get to 100K. That's your big goal, okay? And the next section, we're going to go to the next big milestone, okay? So the next big milestone is going to be that first launch. And if in the whole year of 2019, you're going to launch 4 times, your next big launch is in January, which is really only 2 months away, right? Okay, so you're going to sign up in that first launch in January, in this example, for your group coaching program. You're going to sign up 5 people at $1,000 a piece, right? So that's 5,000 people. That's your goal for January, or $5,000, not people, for January. That's your goal for January. And the method in which you're going to reach that goal is by, let's say you're launching a challenge or launching in some way, right? So you're either going to do a challenge, you're going to do a webinar. Those are pretty common, right? So something like that. And so then you're going to say, how much time do I have between that period of time when I'm going to launch and now? Well, if we're talking about now, let's just say tomorrow's November 1st, right? So we're going to say, well, we have 2 more months. We have November and we have December before we launch in January. So there's a lot of stuff you got to get done, right, between now and then before you can launch, potentially, okay? So on this sheet, I've only given you 2 sections for months, Now you could print this out, or you can like flip it over and do another month. It's up to you. But I really wanted to keep this in one sheet so that you could put it up next to your computer or your workspace or wherever that is, and you could see it every single day, and you can see your big goal. You can see your next big milestone, what you're really working on right now, and then the next 2 months of like, what's the stuff that I'm actually needing to focus on, okay? So now that you have those 2 sections done, those are kind of the big picture pieces, you're gonna go down and you're gonna focus on the nitty-gritty of the next 2 months, okay? So this next section in this page, this worksheet page, is month 1. You guys might be seeing this backwards, sorry. Month 1, goals and projects for, and there's a space, and you put November. And here you're gonna list the specific activities that you're gonna do, the goals you wanna reach, and the projects that are associated with that goal in this section, okay? So maybe you wanna grow your list, because if you have a very small list and you're launching in January to 20 people, it's really hard to get 5 people. I mean, you could probably do it, but it's gonna be much harder for you to get 5 people out of those 20 people, right? Based on normal conversion rates and whatever, if you only have 20 people on your list. So in the month of November, you're going to grow your list. And let's just say you're gonna grow it to like 200 people. Okay, or you're gonna grow it to 100, and maybe the next time, maybe you wanna get it to 200 by January. And so you're gonna grow it until you get to 100 in November. So that's your focus. And so then that's your only focus, right? My whole thing about planning and working in my business is to keep it as simple as possible and to focus on the most important thing. And so I work on one project at a time. This is my project, right? Let's say in November, my project is growing my list for my launch in January. And so you're going to, hey Chris, good to see you. So you're going to, let's say, map out some content that you're going to put out on Facebook or any other social media channel. You're going to create a freebie and send that out. You're going to figure out what groups that you want to engage in. You're going to engage so many minutes a day on social media, right? You're going to do a live once a week, and then you're going to put that into a blog post, and you're going to you're going to put it in YouTube or whatever works for you. You're going to reach out to potential clients that you've been talking to maybe and do some personal outreach, right? So you're going to nurture who is already on your list. You're going to reach potential clients that you don't already know. And you're also, hey Chris, you're so sweet. And you're always going to be looking for new people, right? And so those are going to be your daily activities no matter what, but you're also going to be trying your best to get 100 people on your list, okay? So that's your only focus for November. And then in December, you only have 1 month left. And maybe in November, you start to work on your pre-launch email sequence or your pre-launch, content challenge or challenge content that you're going to do in January before your launch, right? So bring in some of those things that you want to do in November as well. But don't forget about your main goal of 100 people. And then month 2 in December, don't forget you have the holidays, right? So you're not going to be working as much. Your kids are going to be home from break. So take that into consideration. Don't ever forget about those things. Kids get sick a lot too. But you'll continue to grow your list before your launch. You're going to seed your launch a lot in your live content. So you want to add some of that stuff in. And maybe because you're launching, maybe you want to launch like that first week of January. You finish up all the stuff that you need for your launch in the month of December, right? So instead of going, I'm going to launch, beginning of the year. And then it becomes the beginning of the year because the holidays are coming up and it's crazy. You now have a plan. You know exactly what to do. And guess what? I don't know how long we've been on here. But anyways, we did that in a very short period of time. And now if you filled out the worksheet, you can stick this up next to your computer and you can know exactly what you're supposed to be working on. Now, I would take this and I would put this in my Asana because that has everything that, like my life revolves around it. I would put it there and I would put due dates. And so I would probably break it down even a little bit more in Asana so that I had each task in there on exactly what I wanted to do. And specifically for the launch, I would have like so many emails I wanted to write. And, if people clicked on the link but didn't sign up, I'd want to send them an email, just different things like that. I'd like get into the nitty gritty, right? But this is like the greatest overview of how you're going to create the profits in your business now. Okay, so I know I went over that super fast. I didn't even stop to take a break. I'm so sorry, but I want to know below, how did that sound to you? Do you think that that's something that you can sit down for 15 minutes, no kids, no distractions, and actually create a plan? Because I really do believe that it would help you stay focused and have clarity and keep moving your business forward instead of spinning your wheels all the time or just putting out fires. So here is what I would like to offer for you today. I'm going to put the link in the description for this as well. But if you have filled out your profit plan and you're kind of wondering if you're missing anything or if you'd love to have a second pair of eyes on it, I am doing 20-minute profit plan assessments. I only have 5 openings. So I would love to get you in, and if it's something that you would love to sit down and have 20 minutes to just chit chat about your plan, I'll send you a link so you can email your plan to me before the call, and we'll just have a great little chat about your plan and if there's anything that you're missing or anything else that you would like to include in it so that you can hit the ground running and finish your year strong. And if that's something that you would love to do, click on the link and get yourself scheduled because I only have a few spots and I would love to sit down and chat with you. Okay? Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me today. Sorry about being on late and having some technical difficulties. I'm going to have to figure out what's going on with my computer and Facebook. My goodness. Let me know your thoughts below and if you love this live, and I will chat with you guys soon. Okay, talk to you later.